Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the little project we're making today. I found this idea on Pinterest, so it wasn't mine, but it's a gorgeous one. And you can see it's a little triangle treat box and it opens up and then you can put all your treats inside here or whatever. So you can see there, and then close it up again. And isn't it just darling? I love it. Okay, so how do we make such a thing? I have a piece of garden green cardstock in here, and this measures 9 3/4 inches by 7 inches. And I have here my template of where we're going to score, and we're going to score at 2 inches. This is on the short side, and again at 5 inches. Okay, so just like that. Then we're going to turn this to the long side, which is this side here, and we're going to score at 3/4 of an inch. So let's just make sure that is 3/4 of an inch, yeah, and 4 1/4 inches, like that, 7 1/4 inches, and that's our scoring done for now. We will be doing a little bit more scoring later on, but for now we're going to leave it at that. Okay, so now let's just fold on all our score lines. It's going to help us see them better as well once they're folded. Okay, so now the easiest thing here is to bring my template over, and then we can see where we have to cut out, and we're going to cut this section. As you can see, all sections that are missing, so these two here, these two here. Okay, this is the short, you've got a short little box here and then 3 bigger boxes down here. Okay, so if I get a pencil and I can mark here all of those areas we're going to cut out, but I'm going to put a copy of this template on the blog post on my website, and the link to that is in the description box below. So let's start cutting. Okay. And the last little piece here. Okay, so we get rid of those bits. You can save that for scrap if you want. Okay, let's bring up our template and we can see that pretty much we are doing things correctly. So now what we need to do is we need to get a ruler out. If I can find mine. Eek. And you're going to measure here. You're going to see these little boxes here are 3 inches. These two little side flaps. So you're going to want to just measure at the top 1 1/2 inches. So roughly there. I'm going to make a pencil mark. You can do whatever you like. Okay, and then I'm just going to get my scoring tool from my scoreboard. It's easier. And I'm going to score from that mark we made just to the seam here. So from that point to that point, and we're going to do it on both sides. Just like that. and like that. And then just going to use my bone folder again to reinforce these score lines. Just take your time to find them and give them a really good burnish, as you can see here, because they're not going to be as deep as the ones you make with your scoreboard. So you could use your trimmer as well, but I find the ruler and score tool works perfectly fine. Okay, so always reference back to your to your template, and now everything's looking exactly the same. So now we can start to show you how it assembles. Okay, so we're going to want to put glue. Let me show you how it assembles. You've got your two pieces, what we scored here. These two flaps here are going to stick to the bottom flap. That's the only gluing you're going to do, and this is going to fit over the top just like that. Okay, so now let's have a look, before we glue anything, where we're going to want to put designer series paper down. So we know we're going to want to put some here, obviously, and if we're folding this, we're going to want some here and some there, and I think we're going to want some on the inside that I put as well. Let me have a look and see, where else did I put? Yes, I put some here and some here, and I even put on the base because I'm just that generous. Okay, this piece here and this piece here is going to have your magnet, so we're not going to stick those pieces down yet, but we can stick the rest down. So let's start. Okay, start with this side, it's easier. The designer series paper I'm using is this one called the Painted Christmas, and we're going to stick some down here, and I can see here I didn't cut very straight, so I'm just going to trim. Just taking off that tiny piece there. Okay, so I'm going to use some Tombow. And we're going to put this down here, just like that. Now the piece that's going to go on the inside here is going to have a magnet. So is this piece here. So we can put a piece down here, because this going to have a magnet. All the measurements for this will be on the blog post, so don't faff about that now. Okay, just like that. Okay, so remember it's going to go together like that, like that. So that's going to have our magnet. So we can go back to doing some pieces here. I don't really feel there's a pattern, there's a direction to this pattern, but if you do, or want to do it in a certain way, of course you can. It's your project. I keep on just remembering where my magnet's going to be, so I don't do something silly. We want a piece here as well. Okay, the other pieces where the magnet is, I'm going to do those after I've assembled the box, so I can get the magnet first in the right position, but it's usually easier to do your paper before you do that. So now we're going to put some glue on those tabs that I said we were going to glue down. So it's these just little triangles next to the short side here. Okay, and you're just going to bring these in so everything's straight and perpendicular. Just make sure you keep everything lined up as straight as you can. Don't worry if you don't get it absolute, just try your best. None of us are perfect. It's handmade, it's not a machine. Okay, and then you can see here how it's going to fit over just like that. Okay, so now we're going to start with our magnets. Let me find where I put them. I did take them out, but of course, you know, they've run away because that's what they do. So where have you gone, magnets? Where, if you were a magnet, where would you be? You'd be hiding under the scissors, that's where you'd be. Okay, so these are just some neodyme earth magnets, small ones. I can't remember where I got those. It was either eBay, I think it was eBay. More than likely eBay. So I'm going to put one like this. And then make sure I get the right direction. Just using some tear and tape to adhere them. Okay, and then we're going to fold this over, keeping everything lined up so it's all nice, and then press down. Sometimes it takes a while for it to take. It can be a right pain in the neck, especially if you can't get your finger in to easily see. Ugh, it's being a pain today. So what I'm going to do is fold these back here, get my finger in as best as I can, and then I've still got a little bit of a gap here. I'm going to use my bone folder. Try to get it stuck down, and I'm still not managing it. Okay. Plan number 2 will be a glue dot. That's because I can't get any leverage to get it to stick down, and double-sided tape is by nature pressure adhesive tape, so for get it to stick you need pressure. Okay, glue dot worked. So now I'm going to just take off the tear and tape off both of these magnets so it's sticky over the top. Get that, push that out the way. All our bits everywhere. And now we can stick down our designer series paper over the top. We've got the magnet, so put a goodly amount of glue on there so it doesn't decide to rise back up again. Okay. Just like that. Okay, and then we're just going to do another one here on the base. That's the last piece here. And then, perfect. There you go. See? Got there in the end. So let's do something easy. Let's do some stamping. Scrap of basic white. Stamp set is Holly Jolly Wishes. It's the most wonderful time of the year. You've used this 1001 times. I absolutely love it. I've used every sentiment from it. It's just really useful stamp set. We're going to just put this down and hold it for a second, and then up like that. Close up our ink pad before we have a disaster of some sort. Push everything to the side. Bring our trimmer out, and we're just going to cut this out freehand. As you can see, I'm not being too careful with any measurements. I'm just basically eyeballing it. just like that. Okay, get rid of the trimmer. And I've got a piece here somewhere in amongst all my mess of real red, and we're going to use this to mat it. So let's put some glue on the back here. And I'm going to just cut this out freehand. As you can see, long bladed scissors make this much easier to do. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to put some, did I pop this up? I can't remember if I'm looking. No, I didn't pop this up, I just put some glue along the top. So firstly, let's put our rhinestones down. So let's use these medium ones. And I'm just going to put one in each corner, almost like shiny rivets. Just like that. Okay, and then get me some Tombow, and I'm only going to put some Tombow on the top half. Of this sentiment, because I'm going to put it across the flap. So just get it lined up and then down. Let's see, I'm not happy with that, it's not straight. I'd like it to be straight if there's a chance. I think that's straighter. And there you can see, that's all we have so far. I'm going to bring in this ribbon. This is the mini ruched real red ribbon, and we're going to tie a bow, says me. It's lovely ribbon, they're really pretty. I love all this ruching. Yep, that will do. Something like that. Get rid of these little bitties, and then our glue dots again. The glue dots are running out here. I need to bring up another box. I have quite a few spare boxes, never run out of glue dots. There you go, there's one, there's two, our little treat boxes. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the project. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know, and I'd really appreciate, if you haven't already, if you subscribe to my videos. If you wanted to set information about this project, the template, all the measurements, supply list, etc., it's all on the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links will be in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye bye.